I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me the thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? So I went live. They know what I want. Do what I do. Light years to catch my buzz. These right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. Was a guy with a bag. Was heart to a guy with some cash. Was pain to a guy that's mad. Said. Was broke to a guy with a mask. Was broke to a guy with a plan. I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebacker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown!
And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Jason Myers to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
The ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
44-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Got some real estate inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st down, New York.
On 1st down, Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And it's third down.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Peterson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
Now Peterson, off play action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw is Peterson on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Peterson completes it to Hardman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a pickup of 17 there. And it'll move the chains. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
2-point conversion.
And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And this will be a Giants first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
56, the mark for 56. Check 56.
Throwing again. Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jones.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got them 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jones. Able to get this to Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Makes the score Seahawks 15. Giants 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well,
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Rolling to his right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Here's Peterson off the play fake. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that, because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, and trying to erase this deficit. To throw again on second down. Jones got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throw to the right here to Gordon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So with
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by James Britt. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for them here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. His pass caught at the 4. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create something.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
Seahawks 22, Giants 9.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Oh, the crossing route complete. It's Fuller. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Peterson throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe switch.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Nick.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
For a Seahawks.
Off-play action. Peterson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Flush. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Peterson now. Off-play action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They've done a good job on these receivers. Pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he gets this up past the 30. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, New York.
From the gun, Jones. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Jones pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Jones pass.
It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
And it's third down.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone, costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Flushed out right. Finding room at the 30. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Peterson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
That's good.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb.
Chubb again.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Giants are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
56.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
56, Mike, 56.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, Peterson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
12 yards there and a 1st down. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, catch made by Slayton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the play. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
A gain of 4 yards.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now Jones on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Today's final score.
The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.